Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Roast. And I'm, of course, Sugar Chris. And unfortunately, as usual, Sim is somewhere probably in Slumberland. But we have a new guest today, which is always exciting. Mr. Michael Katz.
Hello, hey Chris.
Hello, hello. And we're going to be talking today about his comic called Golden Years over on Kickstarter. So first, I guess, how about you start with telling us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Katz?
Sure. Let's see. I'm an attorney by trade and a writer slash publisher nights and weekends. So I don't really get much time to sleep and see my family. I started a publishing company in 2002, but it was not until COVID hit that I found myself trying my hand at comic books. I had a little more time because I didn't have to go into the office, which is great because it's pretty much been standard since then. I get to work from home most of the time unless I have to go to court. But I've been into comics since I was 7, and I'm 53 now. So I've been a pretty much lifelong comic book fan. I've loved them since I first picked up my first issue. It was a Marvel Super Action reprint of a Captain America issue. I still remember it fondly.
Yeah, I've said that's how I learned to read was through comics. You know?
Yeah, I learned to read through Sesame Street.
There we go.
So that's probably before your time.
Oh gosh, yeah, because I struggled with read. I couldn't, I was behind everybody else, and then I got my great aunt called them funny books, the funny books, and
Right.
she had a big stack of them from like an ex, many years back. So she
Mhm.
gave them to me, and I was like, whoa! And then the woman that was working with me trying to help with my reading, she took the comics and also sugar cubes and would like have me read them and then reward me for doing good with a sugar cube.
Yeah.
I
I still like I tell people, well, there's a lot of humor in my writing. I tell people I try to put the fun back in funny books.
Oh gosh, yes.
Because
I
they're
miss
not
that.
as fun as they used to be.
Yeah, like that's one of the reasons I kind of cut back on like more modern stuff because it got so kind of miserable feeling. Like
Mm.
I was like, man, that's kind of makes me feel bad. Like all the heroes are kind of like got all these problems or something. Like, I want them to be good people again.
Yeah. I don't mind a portion of books that are dark and depressing, but not all of them. You
Yeah.
know?
I was like, dang on. Oh, of course, our chat host is with us, Mr. Solion. He says, welcome to the Morning Roast, where we look at golden years. No, not sugars. That's a whole other story, and people have to back first. Rules. That's right. Good morning, Krista, Michael, and chat.
Good morning, Soul Ion.
Unfortunately, Mr. Katz, there is a rule that I still disagree with, but who am I? I'm just the host. But basically, if someone backs during the stream, I have to tell stories.
Okay.
Yes, that's where a lot of these things you've seen on the intro came from. And
Gotcha.
unfortunately, they're embarrassing things. So I'm sure people will be excited to back something just so I have to tell you an embarrassing story. Oh gosh, especially now. I feel way out of my league. Gosh, we got a big fancy attorney here. Don't make me embarrass myself in front of
That's all right.
him.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many of us there are in the comic book field.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people unhappy practicing law out there, looking for something else to do.
We got Mr. Bristolian Dave. All right, me babbers. Hey, Dave. Hope you're doing well this morning.
Good morning, Dave.
Dave, a big Pokemon collector.
Hmm.
Let's see. Do we reckon Sim's never on time nowadays? Come on, Dave. Come on. Chris Tyler's here, man. He's trying to be professional. Oh, Lord. Chris probably has this reprint too in his box of shame with the cover.
Well, I had to rush to look professional myself. I had my Daredevil T-shirt on earlier.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, I was waiting for the invite from you. I wasn't sure if it was 11 Eastern or 11 Pacific or what. And I was like, oh, I didn't even have time to shave today. Screw it.
Oh man, have now? Did you watch the Daredevil TV show? Did you like it?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've seen clips, but I've never fully sat down and watched it. Like I seen where he's fighting through the hallway and stuff.
That
That's
is
really cool.
so intense. There were each of the first two seasons. Each season had a scene that was like that. The one through the hallway battle was in season 1, and in season 2 it was a hallway / stairway battle where he fought this biker gang.
Oh,
and
cool.
They're both just amazingly done. Yeah, you're
really
talking, well Chinese Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Donnie Yen kind of battle stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah, like that's what it looked. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Yeah, that really well done choreography and things like that.
Yeah.
So it says the Daredevil shirt would have been fine, but if you have Tim Burton pajama pants,
I had my Kiss pants on earlier. My Kiss PJ pants.
I'm wearing Venom today, so Josh, he gives me crap because I got Nightmare Before Christmas Christmas pajama pants because my mom and him went out for Christmas during I think it was the last Christmas. They went and bought these sets of a shirt and pajama pants with Nightmare Before Christmas and Jack Skellington has a Christmas hat, and my mom, my niece, and me all have one of these sets. So I'll wear it sometimes, and he won't.
Gotcha.
He just gives me hob about everything. And this is a reference to, as he calls it, the box of shame, where I put a lot of my comics from when I was a kid in, and a lot of them have the covers tore off because I just read them and then would set them on the floor or something, and my parents would walk through and step on them and tear the cover off.
For me, I had a couple boxes of comics that wound up damaged in the flood.
Oh man!
Including, I think, was it Amazing Spider-Man 272 or whatever, which is the first in continuity issue of him with the black costume.
Oh man!
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's worth a pretty penny.
Yeah, that was painful.
I don't think I ever had too many really pricey comics. I've got my comics here of that my dad got me. I don't know if they're worth anything, but they're autographed and numbered.
Okay.
And they got their certificate of authenticities with them and stuff. So maybe they're worth something. But
yeah, I had my first job. It was part-time. I was 12, and I wanted to spend it on comic books, and my grandfather took me to a comic book store, and I wanted to buy. It was Giant Size X-Men #1, and at the time it was $35, and he's like, "I'm gonna let you buy a comic for $35," but he called my dad, and my dad said, "Hey, it's his money. Let him do it."
Wow, only $35.
I know, yeah. And then I got X-Men '94 a few months later for $45.
Wow.
So that was that was back in the 70s. No, 79 or 80, maybe something like that. Yeah, when you think of the prices now.
I do. Yeah, I think about that and I'm like, gosh, I wish I could have lived back in those days and could have got some of these awesome books. Because now I can't get them and read them. They're too expensive.
Well, at least they reprint them.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we got Marinus with us. Hail, Marinus.
Good morning.
We got Pascali 369. Good morning. Let's see. Oh, for me who also likes me. We've got So speaking of which, yeah, Marinus, I need to get with you to play that Dark and Darker game. I've been watching videos about it. What else? Red Dress Stream Goals, 1 pitch, 2 trailer. I know. You're trying to get me back on. I was just talking casual before we got into the whole main meat of the matter. I was waiting for some people to come in, getting some audience. Let me bring it up. Rushing me now.
Hey, I'm a chatterbox. I got plenty to talk about if you want to talk about it.
Hey, I am perfectly fine with that. I can talk about the older comics and stuff. I quite enjoy them. All right, so we've got your comic here, The Golden Years. Gosh, every time I hear Golden Years, I think of what was it, that David Bowie song, Golden Years?
Yeah.
But what is Golden Years?
Golden Years is a tribute to Golden Age books brought into the present writing style wise. We have a character from the 1950s who was trapped in suspended animation and comes out in 2023. Kind of akin to to Captain America coming out of being frozen. Only we see more about his fish out of water status, something that we didn't really get in the comics or in the movies of Captain America. Where this is a guy who's from 70 years ago, turning down in the present on his own. Things are going to be a culture shock, and we see a lot of that. We see a lot of the fish out of water, concept. But for the most part, it's a tribute to the Golden Age and Silver Age and even Bronze Age books. Where it's this character has that feel of being that he talks like the Adam West style Batman. He back in 1950, you can see in this panel here the little guy in blue is his old sidekick Freddy. So we got Captain Future and Freddy, facing off against evil, and Cap and his little chum.
The plucky sidekick.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Plucky. So Captain Future is a cross between Superman and Captain America. He's a photojournalist. He wears glasses in his secret identity. He works for a newspaper, and he's got some pretty good power aspects to him. But he's also got the like you said, the plucky sidekick like Batman. He's a bit of a goody-goody like Captain America. So he's a whole combination of a lot of our favorite childhood characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did kind of like how it has like the 2 different styles with like the art and everything.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing for me. I wanted to get an artist to do the flashbacks, and I was super lucky to get Kevin McGuire. Because I've been a fan of his ever since he did Justice League back in the 1980s. He did that run of the humorous Justice League that was written by Keith Giffen and J.M. DeMatteis.
Oh, okay.
And he also did a miniseries for Marvel starring Captain America and Bucky, set place during World War II.
Oh, really?
So it took me a long time to find someone because my editor on the book is Ron Mars, who's been in the business for 30 plus years, and the last person I found was my flashback artist, because I keep asking Ron, hey, do you know so and so? And he'd say, yeah, but they're busy, or no, I don't know them. Or, well, I would stay away from them. They don't have a good reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And he would recommend a couple people he knows. that I'd like, but didn't really have that hook. Like Joe Staten. I love Joe Staten stuff. He did a lot of DC stuff way back in the day, and he did E-Man for First Comics, if you remember that. He recommended Kerry Gamble, who did Power Man and Iron Fist for a long time. I tried to get Jerry Ordway, who did a lot of stuff for DC,
Ordway.
but he doesn't do a lot of sequential stuff anymore. Same with Bob Layton, who did Iron Man. Bob
both those would be really
he just
great.
does pinups.
Yeah, I follow him on Twitter, Leighton. Yeah, and he's always posting the Iron Man.
Right. Yeah. He does a lot of reproductions of famous Iron Man covers these days, but he doesn't do sequential stuff.
Oh man.
So one day Ron said, "Hey, I was talking to Kevin McGuire," and my jaw dropped. I was like, "Yeah, let's he'd be into it. Let's do it." Because I'm a huge fan, and I've been reading comics almost as long as my younger sister, who's a big comic buff, and I told her, and her eyes bugged out of her head. We're just huge Kevin McGuire fans.
Yeah, I think I got a few issues of his.
Mm-hmm.
I got a ton of Jerry Ordway. Gosh dang. Mm-hmm. But hello, Mr. Sam. Glad you could join us.
What's up? Good morning.
Good morning.
You just get woke up? Or you been up all day?
I took a nap. I just took a nap 15 minutes longer than I had planned. But here I am.
So putting the link out. Thank you, Soul.
You're like a hurricane.
Let's see. Oh, he's putting out the Phil link there. Okay. Chris, we going to meet up for a session of Dark and Darker? Yep, that's right. Let's see. I also need to do a stream. Another day. Do a Ratropolis stream for Soul because I know how much he's wanting that. Soul says, "What's up, Sim? Did the moose wake you?"
That was the beaver.
Let's see. What else was I gonna say? Let's see. So you can get a digital for $20 and paperback for $30, which for 120 pages ain't bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to wind up being at like 136 pages, including pinups and bonus materials.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming we're going to meet some stretch goals. So I got some bonus materials planned for the book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And, now, how is shipping? Like, is it pricey? I expect it is.
It's $7.
Okay.
Yeah. And whatever extras you buy, it stays $7.
Okay.
And it I get shipped bagged and boarded in Gemini mailers. So
does it ship internationally too?
Yes, we do. I think it's 15 for Canada and 29 for Europe. Okay. And my prior book, Riot Earp, I've sent that as far as the farthest I've sent, I think, was Singapore. So we ship all over the world.
Well, there you go. There you go, chat.
That's by Fred Bennis, who was the younger brother of artist Ed Bennis. And Fred is my co-conspirator / artist on the Riot Earp book that I'm doing. That's the ongoing that I'm also have been releasing for Kickstarter.
I seen it down there towards the bottom of the campaign, but I also had a question. Who is this character? I don't think I've seen her in the.
Yeah, she shows up in issues 4 and 5, or chapters 4 and 5 of the book.
Okay.
That's the supervillain named Cheesecake.
Nice. It's very appropriate.
Yeah, you know.
But Chat. Mr. Katz did send me the first 3 chapters as like a kind of like a preview, and I quite enjoyed it myself.
Good, thanks.
Like let me see here. Soul says to me, a mouse gets zapped in the interiors, which I approve, but it doesn't have a sword and shield. That would have made it perfect.
Right.
Oh Lord, always give me hell. Cheesecake got some wobble. That's a lot of boob heavy stuff. Thick.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, well, Fred Bennis is known for his good girl art, and he supplies some commissions and some of the upper pledge levels. You can get him to draw whomever you want, and there's some black and white commissions of his below. There you go, right down a little bit. You see Captain Phoenix. That's also by Fred Bennis.
Get that.
So he'll draw whoever you want.
Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, looks nice. Yeah, and then there was this Riot Earp. Yeah.
Yeah.
About.
It's, 3 issues. It's God, I think over 180 pages worth of material.
Okay.
The one on the right, the Riot Earp special, that was has the main story written by Ron Mars and drawn by Darryl Banks. You know, the team behind the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern.
Oh, okay.
And then 2 backup stories written by me, one drawn by Fred Bennis, another by an artist named Joel Souza. And then Fred does the art for the first 2 Riot Earps there.
And now, how much, if they wanted to get this, how much would it be?
Let's see.
It is in the campaign, right?
Yeah, it's a separate pledge level, and also you can get them as an add-on as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, dang, we missed out on the early bird.
Right.
Oh yeah, I see the commissions here and all. Okay. Let me see what everybody's saying real quick. Oh, we got Ice Queen. Hello, hello. Gosh dang it, Dave. Still talking about cheesecake. Ace. Hail, Ace. We got Mr. Brink. Hello, hello. Mariner says he loves Darryl Banks.
Yeah, I'm working on a horror book with Darryl that hopefully will be released sometime this year. I'd like to have it on Kickstarter during the summer so it can be in people's hands by Halloween.
All right, let me scroll up here. I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to play the trailer now.
Okay.
Before Soul gives me too much hob. Oh, well, daggone.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, nice and short and sweet.
Yeah.
I barely had time to get a drink of my root beer. But yeah, I do. I like the art. Yeah, the art is really it's good on this one.
Yeah, I got 2 pencilers. It started out. I reached out to Jack Herbert. I came across his work online. He does stuff for DC, and I think he also did some Dark Horse work. And he did the first 2 chapters, and then he wasn't able to finish the book, so I got someone named Neto Diaz, and Neto, he's an up and comer. He did the pencils for chapters 3, 4, and 5, inks by Keith Champagne. And Neto took the art that he did for my book and showed it to the folks at Marvel Comics, and they gave him a job based on that.
Oh, wow.
So he did a few issues of Thunderbolts last year, and he's now doing Legion of X full time.
Oh, awesome.
So not bad getting an X-Men book.
Yeah, that worked out pretty nice for him then.
Yeah.
And now you can be like, look, I got a big time mainstream guy on my book.
Yeah. Well, all the artists are mainstream guys.
Yeah, you've got all kinds of big names on here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And Neto supplied a bunch of the original art pages that are part of these pledge levels. So, get in on the ground floor and grab a page of Neto's art before it becomes too expensive to afford.
Yeah, could be an investment in a way there.
Exactly.
Let's see. All right, let's see. We got. What's everybody saying? Yeah. Mr. Bright says Neto is a great artist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's awesome. He's got a. I tell people he's got a Neil Adams feel to his artwork.
Let's see. Are you awake or Sam?
Well, yes, I'm awake. Why?
I never know. You're awfully quiet. Normally you're not so quiet over there.
That's a pinup by Neto right there.
Yeah, it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do like that. But yeah, I did enjoy the whole Man Out of Time, concept there with the first 3 chapters I was reading. And I did enjoy it. I was happy to see a hero that's just a good person, doing good things, trying to, who's just kind of like confused.
Yeah.
Like how things are now and stuff.
Exactly.
He's a good person just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, he has a tendency to put his foot in his mouth because he's from 1950, so he's not woke like like people are today.
Yeah.
But he's not a bad person. He's not a bigot. He's not prejudiced. He's just old-fashioned.
Right.
and that's something that they don't show you in the Captain America comics or movies, where things are a lot different. 70 years apart.
Yeah. I can't say that because like some of those things I was like, well, that like I guess I don't know. I better not get next thing I'll get in trouble.
Right.
But I'm gonna leave it on that picture there for a little bit. I know the chat likes it.
Yeah, that's those 2 pinups are available separate. Part one of the pledge packages, includes the pinups, and if we hit another stretch goal, there will be a 3rd pinup by Neto Diaz. And people seem to like the pinups. They're done on high quality paper, almost cardboard, and they're 9x12, I think. So they're a decent size to hang on your wall if you like that.
What is this? Strider Nolan's sampler.
Yeah, that's my publishing company.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. We have you can wind up with books. One of my most recent is my Christmas book.
Oh.
I put that out last year.
Christmas bag.
This is a fully painted.
Oh, okay.
I do fiction, I do nonfiction, not just by me, but by other people. One of the books I did last year was a biography by one of the first Black Navy SEALs.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I got extra copies of that lying around. So you wind up getting 4 books as part of the sampler. Yeah, if you go for that package. So it's going to be more than worth the monetary value if you back on that level.
Oh, Mr. Brink, the chick, that is Cheesecake.
The supervillain.
Yeah, supervillain. Well, Brink, we already talked about her. He clearly got distracted by the picture. Couldn't keep up. Oh, Katie's here. What's up, lads and lasses? Cabbage Patch here. Oh, Lord. The Wolf Empress. Oh, we got Phil. Hey,
What's
Phil.
up?
Did you see Phil's Bisley cover, Sim?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I made sure to tweet out about it there the other day. Looks pretty nice.
Should probably read 1 and 2 and back the 3rd.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll just back them and not read them. I don't know.
Yeah. Put them on a stack.
But yeah, everybody, Mr. Phil has a Bisley cover for his latest campaign, and you can go check that out. I think he even has it where it's signed by the Biz too.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's fancy.
Hmm.
Brink says she is a villain. She can ruin my day anytime. Let's see. Oh, we got Hicks villain. Hello. All right. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, 136 pages. That's quite the price count.
Mm-hmm.
And how many? This is obviously the first one here. How many? I guess volumes will this be? Will we be doing more of Captain Future?
Maybe. Depends on how things go. This is a self-contained story. It was originally designed as a 5-issue miniseries, but I decided to put it out on Kickstarter as just a self-contained trade, because I don't want people to have to wait, 18 months or whatever for a complete story to be told. Yeah. And I'm probably, losing money on the deal by doing it this way. But I'm hoping that I can grow my brand, get my name out there, because I have a lot of other projects in the works.
Oh, nice. Well, can you tell us a little bit about these upcoming ones?
Sure. Well, as I mentioned earlier, Ride Earp is my ongoing, and I've got another issue in the works. That I had Heavy Metal Magazine's imprint interested in publishing the book, but they could only guarantee publishing it digitally.
Oh, okay.
And they would be able to sit on the publishing rights for 5 years, and I didn't want to have to wait that long to do it, so I decided to release it on Kickstarter myself. The nice thing about Kickstarter is that it gives you a proving ground, and there are some companies out there that will publish your work after it's on Kickstarter, because Kickstarter, is, no matter how successful you are, it still doesn't get as many eyes as it would if you were in, Previews magazine, say.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So I've got Ride Earp is my ongoing. Then this Golden Years is my magnum opus. Yeah, my big superhero book. I told you I've got my horror one shot with Darryl Banks. That's going to be a 40-page, complete story. I've got a science fiction book with some adult themes, including nudity, not safe for work. That's by another up-and-coming artist, a guy named Bruno Abdias, who I think has a kind of an Alan Davis, Brian Hitch British feel to his work. And we're just finishing up part 1 of the story, so that's going to be my next release on Kickstarter, a book called Metalhead.
Oh, okay.
And it's a lot more straightforward, action-packed science fiction. It's about what happens after an alien invasion, where this alien race comes to the planet, and basically, so they leave everyone else alone. They're given the rights to Australia, and we have our hero is an Australian who is able to rebel against the alien overlords. So we follow his actions and travails as he tries to break free.
Like, just give the aliens the prison colony.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, comics mate, you're stuck with the aliens down there. Let's see. Now, Katie, I keep seeing her saying something about being. I hope she's not seriously sick. She's saying about she's got the potato disease over there. I hope you're not sick, Katie. You need to get better.
The potato disease. What the hell is she talking about? The Darkwing Duck episode?
Was that
know.
A vodka?
Yeah, vodka there.
I remember an episode from Darkwing Duck where it was like, like the potato zombies.
She's got fever, sore throat. I don't know. So hopefully she gets better. Whatever's wrong with her. Then she asked, "What's with the floating heads?"
Right.
Well, Katie, Katie, have you not read old comics?
Yeah, that's it. It'll help once you have the lettering. Like I said, it was originally planned to be a 5-issue miniseries. So I have 5 covers drawn by Kevin Maguire. That one there is my favorite. I love that. Each cover is an homage to a famous old cover, and that's an homage to this issue of Thor where he fights Hercules for the first time on the front of the book.
Yeah.
And we're introduced in this issue to the Deadly Dozen. So that's what the floating heads are for. It'll say, the letters will say, also in this issue, introducing the Deadly Dozen.
I always liked Hercules. Let's see. We'll get Sugar to voice Beat the Lifesaver, and he will wear a red swimsuit like David Hasselhoff. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on. But all right. Let's see. Oh. No. Saul, don't say you don't watch them. Katie's going to get after you. Oh, my.
What was that other series of Justice League? There was Justice League, was this Justice League West Coast or something?
There's Justice League Europe, Justice League International.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was there was 2 titles, and it was You had Blue Beetle, Booster Gold in that one, and Kevin Maguire drew that one for a while.
Yeah, that was Justice League.
And that's what the cover reminded me of. It's just I can't remember what was the name of that title. It was Justice League something.
It was either Justice League or Justice League International. But that's Kevin Maguire's page right there. Yeah, that's his art doing the flashbacks and the covers.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so everybody make sure you check this one out. It's got a lot of big names involved. Looks pretty good. That poor mouse. He was just hungry. Poor fella.
Yeah, someone asked me, why'd you name the mouse Templeton? It's like, well, that's Templeton the rat from the book Charlotte's Web. I'm like, nobody remembers that?
Yeah.
Like, damn, I'm old.
It was Justice League Europe. You were right, Chris. West Coast was Avengers.
Right.
Yeah, we got They're just saying international, then Detroit team.
Hmm.
So it says Justice League Quebec. We're in the script.
Justice League Quebec.
Justice League Quebec.
I might have to do that.
Yeah, there you go, Sam. The Canadian Justice League. That'll be your next Indiegogo. Where they apologize to the villains profusely.
Hmm.
Oh my. Well, no, will there like I read, like I said, I got to read those first 3 chapters, and we're introduced to a fellow hero, and that makes me wonder: are we going to see like a team form in the book?
No. He's got one guest star, a character named Night Fox. So this takes place in Philadelphia. I wanted it to be in a secondary city because I wanted him to disappear and really nobody looks for him.
Mhm.
Because Philly doesn't have enough superhero or supervillain crime to warrant a full-time hero. So they, the powers that be, when necessary, can call down the people from New York for a for a day trip, and you'll meet some of them as the book goes on in flashbacks.
Okay.
So in the present day, he meets Philly's only hero, a guy named Night Fox. He was originally, I just called him Fox. I made him years ago, but there are so many characters named the Fox out there these days. There's one Archie Comics. There's one that's a Superman villain, who was the mentor of the Black Cat. So I had to make it a little different and change the name.
Yeah, that is like with how long comics have been around. Naming them probably is a bit challenging.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, can't do that. There's already like 3 of them. Let's see. Night Fox sounds like one of Pale Rider's friends. Yeah, probably. Where is Pale Rider? He's not showed up today. I seen him make posts on Twitter.
And that should worry you.
It does.
Greatly.
Where is he? Because I seen he made a post like an hour before I started to stream.
He's been so busy editing and cutting out videos and all that stuff. Yeah.
He better not be. Nope, no. Let's see. Foxy. What's this Hojo saying? Night Fox has his HQ in the back of the Blue Oyster Bar. Someone will get that, I hope.
It's over my head.
I don't know that one.
Is that in Quebec?
Is it in Quebec?
Well, if it's in Quebec, you can touch, like he says.
Dave says this looks and sounds really cool.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
120 pages too. That's thick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Probably working on Chris's OnlyFans page. Oh God, he better not, because he needs to just delete that. It's a lie. Stuff I gotta deal with. Hex is here. Hello, Hex.
Hello, X.
Blue Oyster is the gay bar from Police. Oh,
okay. All right.
It's been so long since I've watched that movie.
Yeah.
Many years since I watched Police Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was just watching Top Secret yesterday. You guys remember that one?
Yep.
Oh yes, I love
Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I love Val Kilmer's.
I love the underwater bar fight.
Yeah,
and I love when they jump out the plane and they start. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
that was hilarious.
He's doing that crawl, and he comes up across the boots, and it's
Mhm.
like, and it's just a boot, just randomly.
And I love 80s movies.
Oh
But
gosh, I
Val
was
Kilmer in that movie and in Real Genius are two of my all-time favorites.
And the Val Kilmer ones, man, I like the Saint.
Oh yeah, well, I'm a big fan of the Saint character from the books and the TV show.
Yeah.
I used to
Simon
collect.
Templar.
Yeah. I used to collect the novels by an author named Leslie Charteris, and
Didn't he
read
come before James Bond, the Saint?
yeah,
Sure. Yeah. I think
yeah,
he's the original,
he was
right?
from the 30s,
Mm-hmm.
the 1930s.
And Roger Moore played him before he even played the James Bond too.
Yeah, you know it on the TV series,
Mm-hmm.
black and white, and then
My name is Simon. I know Simon Templar.
okay, all right, cool,
It's like, Death Spy.
right. Yeah, I almost named my son Simon after the Saint,
Mm-hmm.
but we went with Stephen instead.
That's where I got my name from.
Okay, cool.
My mom liked it, yeah.
Great. That's awesome. Yeah, I read all the books when I was 12 and 13, and that wasn't easy because the author had a really crazy vocabulary. I needed a dictionary sometimes to figure out what the guy's word choices meant. But, when I was 12 and 13, I started reading novels so I could, talk with, about them with my dad because he was an avid reader.
Mm-hmm.
And, he read, like the James Bond books and the Spencer novels by, what's it? I'm drawing a blank on the author's name, but they had the Spencer for Hire TV show with Robert Urich. And there are so many series of books that I read back in the day. People don't know as much about them anymore, but they were huge back then. And now I still read. Like I love the Jack Reacher novels and the TV show. I'm psyched that Amazon's bringing that Reacher series back because I like the Tom Cruise movies, but it's really not the character from the books. I don't know if you guys saw the TV show, but you got to see it.
I haven't.
on Amazon, on Amazon Prime. Yeah, Reacher. Check it out.
I've seen a lot of people say it's good, but I haven't.
It is, and that's got some great fight scenes too. It's a really well done series.
Let's see. Yeah, let me show something here. Let me see. Can I bring it up? The little Google. Yeah, I can. Like this is really. I like the art.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see his veins and stuff in his arms and all. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's Jack Herbert. He's done a lot of stuff for DC. He's done Superman and Green Lantern, Flash. I think he's more of a fill-in artist. He's too busy to do a book on a regular basis, but I love his artwork.
Man, it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
And so saying the Saint wasn't French. No, it's British, but he did speak French fluently. So you can lick them.
Genius. And then Soul says my favorite Val Kilmer is in Tombstone.
Oh, yeah.
Also favorite Western. So good.
Yeah, but it was more. He was support, like secondary character over there.
Right, Doc Holliday.
Yeah, that's Tombstone is one of my favorite Western movie of all time. It's like that, and what was the other one? The Incorruptibles, I think it is. That's my favorite, like gangster movie with Sean Connery.
Yeah, that's that gangster movie.
Oh, the Untouchables.
Yeah, the
Untouchables. There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had the French translation in my head, and I translated the French version.
They put one of yours in a hospital. You put two of theirs in the morgue.
Yeah, I freaking love it. I love that goddamn movie. And the scene with the
The baby
toddler.
cart.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
baby cart going down the stairs. Oh, dude,
Yeah, the stroller.
you got him. I got him.
Yeah.
And he's just there holding the cart. Got him. I freaking love those movies. I'm not a big gangster movie type, but that
Same.
that one's yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a big fan of The Godfather. Like they're not bad, but
Same here. Same here.
Mhm.
I usually don't like movies that they glorify the bad guy.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Although I did love Sons of Anarchy. And I
Yeah,
gotta
my mom
Maybe
likes that.
that's too close to home.
My mom's a fan of that show, Sons of Anarchy. She's went and met a lot of the like actors and stuff at cons. and all.
Cool. Right. I'm a big fan of Charlie Hunnam, who was the lead.
Oh, okay.
So that's why everything he's in, Pacific Rim, it was a great movie.
Pacific Rim. Yep.
Yeah.
First one.
Yeah.
Don't mention the second one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's like they tried to do a spin-off and do a anime for children version of Pacific Rim.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It didn't feel right. Like it felt like an entire different IP. Like if they would have tried and sell you like Scrapyard Robots,
Mm-hmm.
the movie, that would have worked. It didn't. It was not Pacific Rim.
Right.
Hojo says he was stationed near Tombstone, went there many times, even got to meet Sam Elliott in a nearby bar, just like Lebowski.
Sam Elliott's a fucking legend.
That's cool. I liked him playing like the older Ghost Rider on the horse.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that
Yeah,
was cool.
dude. I watched The Wrench. I think just for that, just for him. The show The Wrench, and just because he was there. Like, I love that actor.
Never heard
I
of that.
remember him from.
Oh,
what
is
was
that
it?
where it's like a family?
Yeah, with Austin Kutcher. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
he's the
okay.
dad. Yeah,
Yeah, I think my mom's watched that.
but I think one of the first movie I've seen with him was what was it again? Frig with Patrick Swayze, Roundhouse.
Yeah.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd I say Roundhouse? Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Well, there's
When he
probably
comes
a
in,
Roundhouse.
it's about time to kick some ass.
Oh,
that movie was great.
Soul says Dunkel Ziffer's girl. Oh no, I'm sorry, Soul. You've been. I thought. Dunkel Ziffer's girl got me French Prince cookies with vanilla. He was worried I'd give him a restraining order, but it's a nice thought despite the
I don't know what French Prince cookies are, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know. What that
From
is.
Bel Air.
Yeah.
Is it a cookie with the vanilla frosting on top with the little chocolate windows or something?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Remember,
I don't know.
I'm not that type of French. I'm the American French.
That's a shame.
You mean the North American French?
Exactly.
Right.
Like I keep telling them, it's like it's like comparing like the American English to the British.
Right.
Let's see. Where's Michael? Well, you probably already ate them, Dave.
Back my next book, I'll put 2 alien in there called Cookies.
Here you go. Poor Soul. I mean, last time we really talked with Soul, Dunkel Zipper was supposed to put a baby in him or something. Now look, Dunkel Zipper has a girl. Poor Soul. Let's see.
So congrats, Dunkel Ziffer. Got himself a French girl.
What? God.
What? Isn't that what he said? He has a French girl? Yeah.
Well, he just said Dunkel Ziffer's girl got him French Prince cookies with vanilla.
Oh.
He didn't say that the girl was French, said that the cookies were.
Okay, fair enough.
She might be German.
I thought he leveled up.
No,
Yeah, you didn't see that one coming, did you?
I want to go to like what was it, Ireland or Scotland, where they have that National Redhead Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a big pile of pretty redheaded women.
Yeah, I want to go there and I want to go there and visit
I'll get my
Japan.
girlfriend.
I want to go there and visit Japan. They're looking to multiply over there, so they're yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get one of those licenses or something that they say in those memes or something.
I'm going to Japan to make some babies.
Don't poor soul me. They're together since like 10 years or so. Oh, wow. So they've been there together for a while then. Oh, that's great.
Wow. I
Good
thought
to
it was
hear.
a new thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it's a long-lasting relationship.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Sammy. Put a link for how the cookies look.
Fair enough. I'll go check it out.
All right.
Because sometimes they go like, "Hey, this is French," and I have no clue the hell you're talking about.
All right. So, yes, everybody, go check out.
Okay, I have no clue what the hell that is. it's an actual cookie called Prince. Okay, fine.
But I mean, you've got 16 days to back it though, everybody. So that gives you some time to get a paycheck or two if money's a bit on the issue.
You're not going to get charged until after the 16 days is.
Oh, that's right.
Anyway, so
I always forget about that with Kickstarter.
Yeah, so there's no problem backing now.
That's I'm so used to like with Indiegogo where they just take it right away.
It's the thing I don't like about Kickstarter, to be quite honest.
Why is that?
Not knowing when it's gonna pass, and sometimes it doesn't pass. So like I ran like my first Kickstarter not too long ago that was successful anyway, and there was like 5 backing that never went through at the end.
Okay.
It's just or the fact that some people don't charge the shipping right away.
Right.
So you get the backer kit thing going. Oh, here you need to throw me an extra $20.
Yeah, I did that my first release, and I didn't like, it left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
So now I just when you back on Kickstarter, you pay for the shipping on Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to pay anything extra for backer kit.
Are you using backer kit, or are you?
I do use backer kit for shipping, but they don't add anything. They don't add any.
But you get to choose. That's the thing. If they charge from Head Start or at the end.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Do they give you a good deal for shipping?
Yeah, they do. And they make it a lot easier too, to ship.
Oh yeah.
If Kickstarter had a similar process, I'd use Kickstarter to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But at least as of now, they still haven't incorporated that into their system.
Because that is one thing that we need to find our way around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people use pirate ship.
Mm-hmm.
I use that for everything else.
There's pirate ships. There's stamps.com.
Right.
If you're in Canada, there's something called Chit Chat. I haven't used it yet, but some people have been using it from Kickstarter.
Okay.
I mean, what I did is I use a business account, and I use bulk shipment between me and somebody in the U.S. So it could reduce the shipping between the Canada and here.
Good idea.
Yeah. Because I think having to charge $25 shipping it's wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. The me
shipping went up so bad it's not funny.
Yeah, I either break even or lose money on shipping, but I want it to be affordable for people.
Mm-hmm.
And I also try and get books in people's hands as soon as possible. Once this Kickstarter is over, you'll have the book within hopefully a month. All the art's done. The only reason, Chris, I sent you just the first 3 chapters is because the last 2 haven't been lettered yet. But that's it. Everything else, in the book is going to be ready for production. In 16 days, it's going to be ready to go.
Yeah, that's real good to hear then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice quick turnover.
Exactly. I don't want people to have to wait, 6 months and get something, that comes as a surprise out of the blue. I'm like, when did I order this?
Like, oh, okay, yeah. or they've lost all excitement for it, and by the time you get it, and then they don't care as much or something.
Yeah. And you just put it on the stack next to their chair and stuff like that.
Right.
Right, Chris?
Yeah. Old pile. I'm called out.
Sorry, I had to roast you on that one a little bit.
Well, it's true. It's true though. There has been books where I've got them like real late, and then I get them and I look at them. I'm like, oh well, that's kind of cool, And then I set them off to the side. I'm like, I'll get around to reading that, and then it'll be months later, and I'm like, okay, I'll finally sit down and read this. Because like by the time I got it, I lost all hype, like excitement or something, or I'm busy reading something else, so I'll get around to it, and then it's months later before I do.
I don't know. Me. How can I say? Before all of this, before Indiegogo and stuff like that I was on it, like I backed a few Kickstarter and never got nothing. You know what I mean? Like it was a common thing that technically you just put 25 and you hope for the best.
Right.
It's like you're not. I'm expecting. I hope to get something, but I'm expecting that maybe it won't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always pleasantly pleased. I don't know. I think maybe it's because of the way that I see it. Like it's like like I used to say it as a joke, but it's like lending money to a friend. So you're technically giving that money away, and hopefully you'll get it back. If not, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
You're helping your friend, right? So
right. But I want people to get something so they'll back the next book.
That's why I'm like me for the last few years, like crowdfunding in comic books has been great because I've been getting books before you one of my friends we backed that body bag Kickstarter a long time ago. Never got nothing. Same thing with the Rob Liefeld campaign.
Right.
Never got nothing, and we even backed it on Indiegogo. Like we never got nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's good to see how can I say smaller indie creators actually fulfilling their campaigns. It feels great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I get books within a year usually. It's kind of
Yeah, I think you can tell some of the creators will tell you up front just how far along the book is.
Mm-hmm.
During the campaign.
Oh, I got screwed with the last campaign, because everything was planned, everything was there with a tight schedule, but legal problem having to move within 4 months because the house is falling apart. That kind of threw a little wedged out my plans. So you never know what happens.
Yeah. I think Kickstarter cracks down more than Indiegogo.
Cracks down on what?
On delays. They don't let you get away with it as a creator.
I don't know. I don't know. Kickstarter was the worst when there was a whole bunch of people with multiple campaigns that never fulfilled.
Right. I think they're
cracking down a bit more lately, but
yes, that's what I mean.
There's still nothing to do. It says it in their thing that this is not a purchase. So they'll keep. Hopefully, if you don't fulfill, you can launch 2-3 more campaigns. You know what I mean?
Right.
That before you had people with 12 campaigns and they didn't fulfill. You're like, no. That's why a lot of people used to complain about Kickstarter before, and that's why
Right.
Soul says it's an investment with a sort of unknown outcome based on trust, but not as bad as Bitcoin. See, I don't like all that. Don't like that. I'm giving money. I want my product.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Like I'm not just giving money to a friend. I am paying for a service product here. Gimme.
Mhm.
If I don't
Yeah.
get it, well, then you ain't getting no more money.
Mhm. Yeah. I buy more stuff on Kickstarter than I do from my comic stores these days.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the stuff in the stores is really like the same old,
Yeah.
and you can get the different stuff, newer concepts on Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's the idea behind it.
That is one thing that's been nice about the crowdfunding. Like, it's because of crowdfunding, it feels like it's easier to find the different ideas than it was before. Like, because that was something that manga had kind of always had a one up on with Western comics. Was manga was like, gosh, anything and everything you could find, and it was always but with Western stuff, you could only find it in the indies, and well, it's hard to find indies.
Mhm.
But now it doesn't seem like that's as much an issue because you've got crowdfunding. So I think that's the one really nice aspect of crowdfunding now.
Right.
It's a lot easier to find like the stuff that's not as, I guess you'd say, mainstream, like superhero stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, but even the big names, like the big companies, independent, like Dark Horse or Image Comics, they were hard to find in your local shop. They were just like keeping the main titles. So that's what to me I agree that right now Kickstarter started by image people starting to freaking want to crowdfund their books too. So
Mhm.
that's how that was a big push on Kickstarter. So
Mhm.
to me it was like it kind of helped because you wouldn't see nothing like IDW or all those people. You would go to your local shop and they wouldn't have their back issues and stuff like that, or they barely have like 5 titles on the end of the right of the freaking shelf.
Mhm.
Everything was DC and Marvel. And you're like, so yeah, it is pretty good that ever since Kickstarter and Indiegogo, the more indie independent side of comics has been more visible. Now we have to be able to compete with the other ones and be on everywhere.
Right. Right. That's the thing. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
give people their money's worth on Kickstarter. So you gotta give more than they would get on the bookshelves.
So it says, Sim, if you update votes on the regular, you can have your house fall down a cliff, and most won't mind a delay. Unfortunately, the few creators, Cat ate their homework and they vanished.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like that's one of the things that I've always been transparent. I know my backers don't have any issue with it. I'm always up to point on it, but I'm just saying, as me personally, we planned everything. We wanted everything to hit the mark, and then you go poof, something happens. And like, okay, 4 months delay. Damn it. And there's nothing you can really do about it other than, okay, let's just face it and just deal with it. Let's do this. I would have liked my book to be out when it was supposed to.
Right. Yeah. For me, the worst delay was less than a month, and that was only because my letterer literally just up and disappeared. Even his business partner didn't know what happened to him.
Yeah, but that's something that happened to me. Like I haven't trying to reach my editor since October or something. But the worst thing that ever happened to me was on Blood Hunt. It took 4 months and a half for me to get my money because it was stuck in a loop between international, shit. So they were sending my money. My bank was not getting the notification. My bank was sending it back. And charging me $25 every time until $200 and something extra fees.
Wow.
Yes, so it took 4 months and a half to get my money from my campaign. And that was hell.
Yeah.
How do I explain? It's like you get delays, you take a step back, you tell people I'm taking a step back and I'll come back with the new updates, like we'll reschedule and stuff like that. But when it's something like out of your power, like Indiegogo sending you money. You're like, there's how do you explain that to your backers? As in, I hope it's gonna get resolved. I'm really doing it, but I don't know when.
Right.
So it's like in limbo, and I hate when it's unknown territory. I like to know where the fuck I'm going. But that was the worst experience I had. Was the 4 months and a half with the freaking thing.
Get your book out, Sims, this day.
Oh, my book come out, and then people like them. Trust me, it's coming out. I'm just waiting on the colors, and then the editor's is going over the stuff as we speak, so I can get the lettering done ASAP.
Good.
If everything goes according to plan right now, everything should be we should be going to print in April and having everything fulfilled by May.
Nice.
And it's going to be a 120-page book. And I have to, keep myself from adding more shit. The book started at 80 pages, now it's 120.
Cheesehead's here. Hello, Cheesehead. Yeah. He says, I've been getting some comics you've been presenting, so apparently this might be a gift that lasts several years, like Beer of the Month Club. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Glad to hear it. I'm sure our guests are quite happy to hear it, that you've been backing some books. No, glad to have you with us, Cheesehead. Apparently this might be a gift that lasts several years. Yeah. Dave says, Solo says to Dave, considering you're reading Awful Modern Spider-Man and I'm wondering thirsty for Sim Space Cowboys. Click on more links on our stream. Cheesehead, let us know like when you get some of these books and what you got. Yeah, what you think of them and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Glad to hear it.
And that's my point. It's like the fulfillment ratio for the last few years on anything crowdfunding is quite impressive. Because before, like I'm serious. Like we used to back like a way back. I used to back with multiple people, like different projects, and like as a team, like you back a big tier and you get the cheaper shipping and shit like that for fulfillment and stuff like that. And there's a few that we supported and we never got nothing. So it's kind of like that's but most of everything I back, like Liam Sharp's book and other stuff on Kickstarter, everything comes in and it's very pleasing, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's to me it's more surprising when the book doesn't get done. And it's by some of the bigger name creators.
Yeah, but that's the point. Is sometimes it's people coming in, they make a lot of money on the freaking thing. They can't get it done, and while we get books done with like 10K how can you not be able to get a book done at 100K?
Right.
All right. Let's see. We're over an hour, so we can start to wrap this one up. I think. Let's see. I don't know if we got a backer or not.
Maybe we got two.
No, didn't we?
So you got to tell two embarrassing stories? Is that
no? That's not. No, don't give them that idea, Katz. Gosh dang.
It's one embarrassing story or a song. You get to pick.
They're just telling him I got to tell multiple. Then Pale Rider will show up. They're like, "No, you got to do it." Oh Lord. Well, let's see. So I Cheesehead backed. Oh,
nice. Thank you, Cheesehead.
Done, yeah. Well done.
See a Wisconsinite in New Orleans. Cheesehead in Bourbon Street. Sounds like someone from Wisconsin going to New Orleans.
Oh, you're supposed to go in that area. You joined the Red Dress Run too.
Yeah, I've got to go in August for the Red Dress Run down in New Orleans myself. And dress up in a dress and go running for charity because I'm over 1,000 subs. And I made that promise. So the reason why I have to do that is because a while back, like many years back now, I worked at Walmart as an overnight stalker, and I lived or was working with a bunch of women, and they all wanted me to dress up as a woman. And it was like Halloween, and this was when Walmart was open 24/7. So they did me all up. They did my hair, bought a red dress, and put me in it. Yeah, I had to get in that. They made me wear a bra. They stuffed it with oh gosh, the towels that you get, the paper towels from the bathroom. Then I think they did like stockings or whatever. I ended up having to wear women's shoes and stuff, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I think like the only thing they didn't do was my nails, like and stuff. Gosh, but they did me all up there, and then I had to work like that all night. And so we pulled the skids out from grocery, and we was breaking them down in the back aisle. And I was bent. Like at one point, I was bent over doing something, and a guy comes around the corner, and apparently he's checking out my ass. Until I get up and turn around like that, and I've got my beard and everything, and he's like that. And he goes up the aisle, and Caroline was laughing. And I was like, "What?" And then she told me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Oh, Jesus. And we get done breaking down the truck, and I go down the water aisle, and I start working that. And these two Mexican fellas there that worked up at the chicken plant, pretty sure they were illegal immigrants and stuff. They were working up at the chicken plant.
Hola, mamacita.
They come down the aisle, and they see me, and they get these big toothy grins, and they're just looking at me and just staring, and they might go over and say something, in Spanish, and then they go back and look, and they just kept, like, they were like real excited about it, smiles and just staring, and they slowly went down the aisle. I was like, okay,
Am I seeing this right? This chick has facial hair?
And then they came back again and went back then they came back again. They did this multiple times while I was working at the water aisle, and I said, that's okay. They I guess that's something they ain't seen much or something. I don't know. And I hear something outside, but I get done the water aisle, leave there. I go back to the cereal aisle to start on the next one, and here they come again. And they're just the whole time they're just smiling, big old smiles. I was like, this is weird, And they just did that a few more times. Then they finally left, And I was like, all right then. I made a joke to Carolyn that I was like, man, I might need a escort out when I leave the store. Because we're liking what they seen, I guess. But oh yeah, they took my picture. I think they put it up for the Halloween contest, all that stuff.
Did you win?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
I quit before it.
Oh no, this was a year or two before I left, and that wasn't so much quitting as getting fired. Like, it was technically a firing, but it was pretty much a quitting. I didn't fill out that stupid D-Day crap. But no. Even if I would have won, I wouldn't have ever said anything. Good gosh, if my dad would have found out that I did that, he'd have probably beat my ass. Oh my gosh. But oh yeah,
you wear a dress.
Gosh, that store was wild. Had a guy completely naked one night in the bathroom, taking basically a shower. He was completely soaped up from head to toe, soaped up at the sinks, just washing himself. I was like, because like the one guy came out, he's like, "Oh my god, there's a dude in there naked." bathing himself. I was like, what? No, you're full of it. And I was like, well, I did look, there he was, butt naked. For brother's sake. I was like, oh, okay. Never mind. I'll let you do your thing, man. Oh, but it was
That was
wild.
at Walmart.
Oh yeah. There was so much crazy stuff happening at that place.
Dude, I'm not surprised. I've been seeing people like doing like live stream and showing what happens in your Walmarts.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, people at Walmart.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Like, yeah, I've never seen any of that here. But it's probably gonna start with how everything's going. But yeah,
Like the worst, I think probably the worst thing, like, because we'd had like people like do some crazy stuff, but I think the worst thing was when somebody pooped in the candy aisle. Like they pooped in the aisle and then like took their hands and just went down the aisle with it. Yeah. So there was like human poop all over like the chips and candies and everything. And I'm like, ugh. Like we walked into that. We clocked in and they were like, yeah, this and this happened, so it's got to get cleaned up. I'm like, oh, no. I'm not cleaning that up.
why you got fired?
No, I got fired for something else. Gosh, I had a rotten cantaloupe explode on me. Oh, that was gross. Like it was crazy. Like there was a couple came in and they had sex in the produce aisle, in the produce department and stuff. Yeah, the dude had her bent over like one of the like watermelon displays.
Jesus Christ!
I was like, holy shit! Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
That was probably during the let's have sex randomly anywhere porno craze. You remember like they used to do that like in the shoe stores and all that like.
Oh man.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I don't remember that craze.
No, we had a girl.
There's a lot of people that got caught into those videos.
Yeah, there was a girl that went and got up because we had a bench, like a picnic table and stuff where like smokers could go and sit on breaks and everything. And there was like a girl go up and get up on that, and dancing around on it and took part of her clothes off. And it's like, what are you doing? But you'd have drunks come in all the time and doing crazy stuff. Had one come in try and steal, like try and take my coat and everything. I had to track her down. Like that's mine. She's like, oh, that's a really nice coat. I was like, I know it's mine. Would you please return it? I kind of need it. And then she
said she needed it more than you.
Oh yeah. Then they were inviting me to go with them to some party and everything. I was like, I'm working. Like that's a nice offer, but please give back my coat and let me go back to work. Oh, there's all kinds of crazy stuff went on down there. I was like, crazy people.
What city was this in?
Oh, I live in West Virginia. It was just a small little place down in West.
She's had to say, not sure if you still plan on the red dress run. Nola had a shooting last night at Batch's parade.
Yeah. She said Pale Rider was telling me she said Pale Rider was telling me about how bad it had gotten down there. But I talked to Anthony Figaro, and he was saying that I should be okay. And that
are you sure he's not just waiting to sell your organs? I'm just saying. You're getting 3 warnings, and one's going, nah, you'll be fine.
Well, he said he thinks I'll be fine, and that I'm not going to go out carrying on at night or nothing. I'm just going to go down, do the run, maybe take a day, spend a day with like Figaro and some of the others down there, go see Dot's Diner, and then head back. And he said that he would help me pick out like a hotel and everything, work, so where I can avoid maybe some of the bad spots or something. He says, but I do have a red gown I could make to fit a guy, and you could do it virtually. Well, I do appreciate the thoughts. She said, maybe I'll have to do something different. If it is that bad. Because I was thinking of meeting up with Lola and Tug, or something at a con. Since they helped get us over 1,000, and we got a lot of subs from them.
As long as you give to charity and you do the red dress thing, yes, I think that's what's most important.
Yeah, we are considering a Comic-Con of sorts as an alternative for safety reasons, right? Hashtag you'll be fine if you visit the wrong unless you visit the wrong.
Is that like the Blue Oyster Bar?
I if I remember right, yeah. We had Mr. Anthony Figueroa on. We've had him on a couple times, and he's from down there, and he's told us stories of the antics that has happened down there at New Orleans, and he told us stories about the rawhide and stuff. Oh Lordy! All right, but it is all right. There you go. I told a story, everybody. I've now been
told a few stories. You got credit.
Thoroughly embarrassed in front of Mr. Attorney, Mr. Katz. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. Oh, and it has now been, oh my gosh, almost an hour and a half. So, yeah, we probably should start to wrap this up so Mr. Katz can get back to spending the day with his son.
That means don't forget to sub, like, and share this channel.
That's right. And do go check out Golden Years.
Thanks.
Let me see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mr. Pascali also back to Golden Age, he said.
All right. Thank you, sir.
So, thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's see.
So, getting closer to getting for what 6,000 you were asking? So, yeah, $400. Almost there.
Oh, okay. This is Wisconsin married a New Orleans boy. There you go.
Right. Go Packers and Saints. Who do you root for?
Yeah, it's just torn. Let's see. So everybody, thanks for joining us. I didn't go through the comments when we were telling the story. Oh well, it'll be all right. I think I got anything that was really important. Oh yes, sign up for Hellzone. Yeah, please do, everyone.
Oh yeah. Right. And sign up for Tales and Adverse 2. The second chance campaign is going to be launching soon. Everything's back on track, so that's why I closed the in demand. But the second chance campaign is going to be launching soon with an ash can.
Alrighty, and
more pages.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right. Thanks.
Later.